Travel Saturday with Sarah and Ed with Canadian Sky. Fly to the heart of the Canadian Rockies direct from Dublin to Calgary and experience spectacular scenery and vibrant cities. Discover Canada in 2024 with CanadianSky.ie.
Sarah Slattery, the travel expert, and Ed Finn Travels are back in studio. Hello guys, how are you?
Hey Trina, how are you?
Going to look at America today, and Sarah, there's lots of new routes, isn't there?
That's right. We've got Denver for the first time. Never had flights to Denver before, so that's pretty exciting. Opens up the whole Rocky Mountains and lots of outdoor adventures. And Minneapolis St. Paul is back. It was actually two. Aer Lingus and Delta are going to Minneapolis St. Paul. So yeah, and then we've got JetBlue to New York and Boston for the first time. So yeah, lots of opportunities. I think Aer Lingus have about 18 routes to the States now.
I mean, I'm going to Boston for St. Patrick's Day. Trina, Aer Lingus fly twice daily to Boston as well. I'm going over with them to interview a few people to do my little show live from Boston, so I'll be excited. Yeah, it'll be
great.
So, but the new routes are amazing. I mean, the Aer Lingus, they're up to over 20 now. But what's amazing, what we keep hearing when you meet people, when you travel around, or people saying clearing immigration in Ireland is just incredible. But that we have that is
we have
just
it here
a
so
joy.
Quick, isn't it? Yeah,
you can just
brilliant.
walk into the States. But Colorado, you were saying there. Yeah. I mean, I've done loads of stuff there. You know, Denver. I mean, you mentioned the Mile High City, incredible food scene, craft beers, all that. But I mean, it's an amazing place. Remember Colby Co. and remember the old shows years ago with Joan Collins in it and all that. Yeah. But a really, really great place. And of course, Telluride and Aspen, Vale, you know, these places. Barbara Streisand has houses in Aspen, and Martina Navratilova, all these. I remember years ago going and all these, walking around Aspen trying to catch sights of Barbara Streisand.
There's probably tours and everything though, is there? Those kind of things, yeah.
Incredible, yeah. I mean, the tours that you can do there, the self-drive ones are brilliant. But Sarah, you've a great one to California there that you did.
Yeah, that was actually the best family trip we did. But of course, you could do with or without kids. But California road trip, there's just so much to offer. You've direct flights into San Francisco out of LA, so you can go kind of one way down. I suppose Alcatraz and the Golden Gate Bridge everybody knows about them, but one of the best things we did was we biked the bridge. We cycled literally across from San Francisco into Sausalito with the kids, and it was actually one of the best things we did there. And
your
of course,
kids, Sarah, must be the most well-travelled kid in the world.
I know, they go on all these trips with you. I know, now they're at the stage they don't even want to come away anymore.
They don't even want to know you.
It needs to be somewhere really cool. But no, that was one of the best, and there's loads of different ways to do it. I know there's a really, really great trip with American Sky. They do an 11-night trip where you fly into San Francisco and home from LA or San Diego, and you stop along the way. Santa Barbara's another fab place to stop. Monterey, of course, if you are bringing kids, you've got one of the best aquariums in the world there. And then, of course, when you get to LA, you've got all Disney and Universal Studios and all that sort of stuff. But if you want, what I really caught my eye about this one is you can add on my bucket list, an extension to Hawaii as well. Wouldn't that be so cool?
Oh, I love
so
it.
yeah, they've loads of different options, lots of different ways to do it. And as I said, they basically will tailor make any trip that you want. It's all on their website.
And Ed, have you ever been to Hawaii in your grass skirt or your bikini top?
I haven't.
No, you haven't?
No, and I love Aloha magazine. No, it's interesting because that's about €900, I think, to do that add-on for 3 days.
Yeah.
So, but that is real bucket list stuff.
It?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember Hawaii 5 years ago, Buckham Dano, you know. But like, it's one of those places. It almost seems like for me like impossible to get to, but it is possible to get to with what you're saying there.
Like €900 when you think that includes the flights and the hotel. Now it is an add-on. You do the road trip depending on how long you take. You know, you're probably looking between 2,000 and 3,000 in total. But like for such an amazing trip, and it was one of the best trips we did in the States. Now I have to say, I loved it.
Now another one that's really great. I mean, a lot of people that love iconic stuff like Nashville, Tennessee, amazing destination. I mean, if you love music, Trina, like you do,
music,
I'm telling you. So, I mean, there's a great trip there, the Self-Drive American Music and Movie Trail, which is really good. Now, that again is direct flights from Dublin to Chicago, and it's in Nashville, Memphis, New Orleans. Like, did you know that Taylor Swift and Elvis both went to Nashville when they were 14? And learned how to like sing and so. So if you want to get your kids into the music business, that's where you send them, right?
It's the place where everyone goes to try it. And apparently there's anyone who's working in the cafes or the restaurants there, they're all actually musicians trying to make that break.
Yeah, well, it's like in Boulder, Colorado, they're all nuclear physicists serving you in the restaurants, right? Because it's one of the best places, like education-wise. But this is the ultimate kind of rock and roll experience. You know, Graceland, you have the House of Blues in Chicago, Mississippi, of course, the Delta Blues Museum, B.B. King, and Muddy Waters there as well. There's a great Nashville Music City Walk of Fame tour there as well, Trina, which is brilliant. And then, I mean, like, you know, the Fried Green Tomatoes, you know, that novel and the famous movie, you can go there to the Whistle Stop Cafe, and then you can go down Beale Street as well, which is brilliant. Now, by the way, that's a great trip to do. And I think, what does it say there? It's 2,700 for, it's like 13 nights. And that's all that
all
included.
The hotels, car,
now, I need to say as well, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, talking about music, Cleveland, Ohio, where I went last year, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the only one in America, that's incredible. And we've direct flights to Cleveland as well.
That's right, yeah.
Really cool. But anyway, that's a great one. So if you want to go deep south, Trina, that's where you go.
Because you know, when you think of going to the States, everyone always thinks, oh, let's go to New York, or let's, you know, like, you almost forget there's so much to see.
Well, it's incredible. Even there, Cleveland, I was saying, like, they have the second biggest theatre scene in America. They have 12 theatres, which I was blown away. If you saw them when I went in, it's like you're in Vienna or something, the grandeur of them. And the food was amazing and all these different... So, like, it's great when you discover that, but it's like different countries. I always think America, when you go to different places, isn't it?
Yeah, it is like... It is different. And actually, Nashville is another place actually on my bucket list too. And it's one of those places, it's so weird. Anyone you talk to, whether they're into music or not, they love it. People just love the whole Nashville vibe, don't they? And the Taylor Swift, of course, I mean, I don't really get the whole Taylor Swift phenomenal thing personally, but like... It's just massive. You can actually, she's a whole karaoke booth and you can go in and it's all interactive in Nashville as well. There's so much. She's nearly taken over from Elvis over there. Like, actually, it's insane.
Actually, when Garth Brooks was on, I'm going to just name drop here, my good friend Garth Brooks, when he was on the show there recently, he has that documentary on Netflix. They talked about the start of his career in Nashville as well. Yeah. They all start in Nashville.
But that was when I was reading up about it a few years ago, that you discover all these people that went there. Like, it's like a magnet, and then there's this creative hub, and it's like osmosis. It kind of, you know, everywhere you go there's music. The other place as well that I discovered last year, which we chatted about, was New Jersey, right? New Jersey, Cape May. I remember I was chatting down the south just quickly to say the beach scene there, it was like the Hamptons but much more affordable. Amazing. I loved it. The Revolution Rail thing I did, as I said in my TV show, I'm dropping now as well. I didn't know New Jersey made such good wine.
Hang on a second. Ed,
I did bring the wine back for you to remember.
You're doing a TV show. You didn't mention. Tell me about this.
Yeah, well, actually this year, Ed Finn's America, it's going to be coming out at the end of August, September, six episodes. So interesting places, I can tell you.
Okay, Virgin Media Telly?
Yeah, of course, Virgin Media.
Nicely just slipped in there, Ed.
Yeah, and Atlantic City, of course, that was really nice as well. Vegas by the sea, and then up to American Dream, where every day is a snow day. They have a snow village in the complex itself, and they have a big wave pool and the Nickelodeon theme park. So
wow.
That's like a shopping centre, the American Dream, but it's a mall, but it has a ski. It's like Dubai, but it's in America.
You tell me about this.
It's insane.
And of course, you know, the World Cup is on in 2026 and it's going to be there. So, you know, and the stadium is across from American Dream. So lots of exciting stuff happening. I think America's back again, you know, the exchange rate as well and stuff. But with the accessibility of the flights, it's incredible. And we haven't even talked about other places.
And it's funny because a lot of people have been asking me about Easter holidays lately, and the prices are insane. I can't believe that it's cheaper to go to New York or Washington than it is to go to the Canaries, to go to some of the cities in Spain. It's €317 return Easter weekend to Washington with Aer Lingus. That's for nothing. And Washington, such a great city. I was there last year. Absolutely loved it. The flights with Delta to New York for Easter weekend are $374 return. I mean, I'm paying shocking amount of money in the summer. I'm still not over it to go to a wedding in July. But some of the bargains there, like off-peak to the States, are just so good. And the hotel prices are reasonable as well. It can actually be quite a cheap weekend break. And if, as you say, if you'd clear the immigration in Dublin, you know, you're talking 6-hour flight. Like, it's 4.5 to the Canaries. So it's, you know, it's very doable in a weekend.
Well, the trip that I'm doing now, right, for Paddy's weekend, Trina, I'm going over to Boston. With Aer Lingus, I did an open jaw, we call it, right? Where you go into one, I'm going into Boston and out of Miami. And when I booked the flights, they were $270 something each. And I'm going down, I'm doing Connecticut. I've never been to Connecticut. Apparently it has the best pizza in the world. And Mystic, there's a town called Mystic. And I'm doing the Amtrak, which I've always wanted to do, Trina, as well. So from Boston to Connecticut. And then I'm going to fly from there with Spirit, which was only $100, down to Fort Lauderdale. I'm going to do 3 nights there. And then Miami, a few nights. And then down, driving that iconic 3-hour drive to Key West.
Trying to hear
And then I'm gonna fly back there. So it'll be about a 2-week. But it's that's bucket list stuff, and I'm really excited. But the prices, I was like you were saying, the flights with Aer Lingus, they were into one and out of the other, were excellent. Spirit was only $100. The Amtrak was only $35 for two of us, which is great. Now it's only a short one, but again, Amtrak, it's something you've always wanted to do. So I'm really excited about it. And when you get excited about a holiday, Trina, sometimes you're kind of like, I'm actually excited about this holiday.
I can tell. So thanks for coming in, guys.
Thanks a million, Trina.
Thanks a million, Trina. All the best.
Travel Saturday with Sarah and Ed with Canadian Sky. Fly to the heart of the Canadian Rockies direct from Dublin to Calgary and experience spectacular scenery and vibrant cities. Discover Canada in 2024 with CanadianSky.ie.